Hey guys, welcome to the season finale of the Uncle Geeb Podcast. Woo! Cheer, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. This is the Uncle Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Drip Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also watch our video podcast over on youtube.com/DripGeeb and Spotify. Don't forget about that. Brand new. Don't forget to subscribe on your podcast app of choice and on YouTube. And also, like I just said at the beginning, this is the season finale of the Dripping Geeb Podcast. Episode 26. Guys, this will be the last episode of the year. Of the season for our podcast. Super exciting stuff. Bombed. I love you too. I love you too, Bombed, aka Tyson. Love you.
Dog.
So yeah, Drip, how you doing this week, man? Season finale, dude.
I'm doing absolutely terrible.
Oh, tell us why.
I'm not doing terrible. I mean, I feel like shit. I got COVID, so
yeah. Sorry to hear that, man.
It sucks, you know? It's definitely not I have it, but I don't have any symptoms. I have lots and lots of symptoms.
Yeah.
Lots and lots.
Well,
pretty serious ones, honestly. It's been an interesting couple of days, that's for sure. It's been an interesting couple of days.
Now, we need no reminder to social distance during a time like this. When you have COVID, take your sip of whatever you're drinking there for sure. Clear that throat. But also, don't forget, everybody, don't forget to mask up. And if you're going to mask up, please and thank you, wear an Uncle Geeb mask. How does it sound, everybody?
It actually sounds okay.
This is kind of freaking me out.
Pull the chin down a little bit. I can't see you very much. Pull the chin down. There it is. There you are.
No, Sean. This is actually. Oh yeah. I'm gonna pull it back up for a second because I like the way that. Look, I'm actually talking on the mask now. Can you see the mask moving up and down? Isn't that the best?
I can't handle this.
Yeah, this thing smells absolute garbage because it's been sitting on my boom arm, just like chilling. I've never once used this mask, not because I'm ashamed, but because I'm embarrassed. I don't want to wear myself on my own face, so I just kind of keep it around for funny moments. And this was the funny moment. It smells so bad. I need to take this off.
Okay, take it off then,
dude. It's so comfortable, dude. I'm not even joking. Incredibly comfortable. This is not a plug.
It looks like it's made of.
Listen, please do not buy my merch. It's the store is up, but I don't want it to be. So just don't buy my merch. But if you had to buy one thing, this would be it. Now this is not a safety, like this is just like a style mask. You need a real mask to put on underneath of this thing. But Jesus, man, super comfortable, like for real. Smells like dog shit. But
well, I mean, right now you may need it. We are right beside each other right now. So
I kind of want to. Yeah,
you kind of need to mask up a little bit if you're going to be.
I'll tell you what. This is my logic. I'll just breathe without the mask on and then put it back on after.
There you go. That works.
Or should I do chin diaper? I love chin diaper, dude.
Chin diaper. Keep the beard from running away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucked. It sucked. I know a lot of people get this and don't have any symptoms. That has not been the case with me. So. It started last weekend. My kids were here. And when I picked them up to come here, two of them were kind of sick, a little snotty nose, this and that, but they're kids. I didn't really think much of it. I was like, it is what it is, whatever.
Right.
At one point over the weekend, the littlest one slept in the bed with me all weekend. So she was breathing in my face, 6-7 hours a night. And then, the second night, the other one who was also positive for COVID came in at the middle of the night. I was like, hey, can I sleep in here? I was like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Those are, of course, the two that have COVID. They are just to clarify, though, they are actually fine. They are doing just fine. They had some a little bit of a fever at one point. Snotty nose. They're pretty much over it. I, on the other hand, I think it was Tuesday. It was about, I don't know. It was like 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I found out that they had it that morning. And I was like, And I was like, well, I still feel okay. So I'm going to have to get a test. And my brother was like, well, I'm going to bring you one home. Like, if you don't feel sick, you should be good. But that was at like 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, something like that.
Yeah.
By Tuesday afternoon, I was like, it's happening. Something's wrong. My head is just starting to get all weird and my body's starting to feel weird. I was like, I'm getting sick. Something's going on. So my brother brought me that test. I took the test. It was negative. And I was like, well, that's weird.
What day was that?
I'm sick. That was Tuesday.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was sick. I was definitely sick. I don't know. I watched the full first season of The Witcher that night too.
Very good.
Yeah, that was good. Well, I mean, I watched the second season before that as well, but I wanted to go back and watch the first season, which is done. Now I'm going to go watch the second season again. Very good.
Cool.
The Witcher's great. So good. Anyway, the next morning I woke up, which was yesterday morning, and I was like, yeah, not feeling the greatest. I don't know. I'm sick. I don't know what this is, whatever. And I was like, well, I mean, maybe I should get another test. And I was kind of like, trying to get stuff together here, wrapping presents and trying to get stuff ready for Christmas, all that. And I don't know, man. By evening time, I was like, yo, I am done for. What is going on? I am super sick. And I'm like, there's no way that test was right. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. So last night, this is when shit hit the fan. Last night, I still hadn't had a fever at all. So I'm like, well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like, something different. Just dude in denial over here. Like, nah, It's something different. It's fine. And I was actually talking in Discord, and I was like, well, I don't have a fever yet. And I was like, well, maybe I should check it. And I picked up the thermometer and did the little thing. It's like one of those where you like touch the back of your neck, like under your ear.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, it had been perfect until then. It was like 99.9. I was like, shit. Okay, that's not that bad. It's fine. And then the next time, like 20 minutes later, I checked it again. I was like, oh, I'm really starting to feel it here. It was like 101.5. And then I checked it again. It was like 102 or something. And I'm like, okay, like just getting up off the couch, making my way to the kitchen, like Tylenol. This is getting bad. I gotta get this under control. The body aches though. Last night, I swear, dude, I'm telling you, I was like, this is it. I'm done. I'm not
life is over.
I'm not gonna make it. At least this is it. This is where I end, right here on this couch. Listen. This is gonna sound really stupid. I was in so much pain last night, just body aches, that I could feel my hair hurting, like where it enters my scalp. Like if I moved my head, I could feel like every individual just like root of my hair moving against my skin. Everything was painful. I could not move. It was awful. It was so bad. I swear last night was the sickest I've probably ever been in my entire life. I am not even kidding. So let that be a lesson to everyone. COVID fucking sucks. Wear a mask. Don't get this shit.
Wear an Uncle Geeb mask. Don't get
Wear an Uncle Geeb mask. Get your vaccines. And I'm vaccinated. That's the thing.
Are you
vaccinated? I'm not. I was going to go get it next week.
Unfortunate timing. You can't plan for this.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. My older two kids, literally before they got COVID, the week before that, had just got their first round of their shot. Because, they're young. Like that stuff was just now allowed to be done. Like they were like, we're going to get it, whatever. So they just got their first one. And now, I don't know. It's nuts, man.
We apologize for the sniffly sounding audio. It's
sorry.
Nothing you can do about it.
Doing that.
No. I'm just reminding the people because some people don't like that, and it's like, well, I don't like you.
I'm very sorry. I do apologize for the sniffling.
Listen, he's here for the podcast with COVID. I mean, can we give the man a virtual round of applause? Thank you, Drip.
I told you, man. I'm not missing the season finale, dude.
Dude,
it happened.
And just to be clear, what that means, I mean, it doesn't mean a whole lot. It means
it means a whole lot.
It's reason to celebrate, and what it means is that next episode is going to happen in the next year, 2022. Can you believe it already? and it's gonna be season 2. We're transitioning to a new season now. The content's not changing. Nothing's changing. We would have liked to have things more prepared for a more awesome inaugural season 2. I can kind of tell you right now it's not going to happen, but I think season 2 there will be changes coming to the podcast, positive changes,
Yes.
because everything needs change, and there will be positive changes. If you are thinking, oh no, they're going to be talking about marshmallows instead of Nintendo, no. Like the content is going to remain pretty similar to what it was this past season.
Upgrades, just
upgrades, and also little upgrades too. Who knows?
I mean, it's gonna be a little bit this.
Nothing. I don't want to toot my own horn here, but just tune into season 2. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we're gonna upgrade things.
Yeah.
We're gonna, we're gonna take out the old carpets and put in new hardwood floor.
Yeah,
we're gonna repaint the walls.
That's right.
We're gonna we may lay down a new rug. We might put in a new ceiling fan. But those are the types of things that will be happening.
That's right. So you can expect the next podcast episode to happen in January. Like I wouldn't say between the weekend of the 8th. I want to say something like that. It's somewhere around there. That for audio listeners, the stream is going to happen on, I believe, the 6th is the Thursday. As the next podcast. So next week's off essentially.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about me for a second, I guess, because you talked about your COVID thing. So actually, I kind of totally glossed over this thinking about it for this episode. I got the booster just recently, last weekend. I got the booster, and we haven't talked about it.
How was it compared to the shot?
I kind of forget exactly how the first shot went. The first shot
hurt me so bad, dude.
I think the first shot I was just like meh, and then the second, it was the second vaccine that put me like in bed rest, not sick, just literal bed rest. I needed to lay down and rest. Aches and pains, hurt arm.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, really interesting side effect I had, and my Abby also had it, and my sister-in-law had it, and maybe other people. I don't know. Let's talk about it for a second. The booster shot. Apparently, one of the big side effects is swollen lymph nodes, in particular, my armpit. Both of our armpits were swollen, like a baseball coming out of it, and it hurt like hell. Like, I'm not talking about the injection site on the shoulder, which, by the way, is still tender, believe it or not. Injection site, still tender. And actually, I think it's still swollen, or still a little bit inflamed, but it was bad. Dude, like, it hurt. Like, I had to take Tylenol just for that. It was crazy. I also had the aches and pains, not fun. I was resting in bed. But dude, that armpit side effect,
that's
swollen
so
lymph
weird,
nodes
dude.
hurt like
that is a weird thing.
Now, and I have some knowledge for you. Now, I hope it's right, and if I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me on the Triple G Twitter. But from what I understand, is that this booster had, I don't know if it's antibodies. I'm not an expert, but it's like twice as many. Like, so we'll just call for antibodies for the sake of I forget what it's called. All the antibodies you got in the first shot and the second shot, the booster has that same amount in just the booster. So basically, so it's that's how much extra this boost. This is why you should get it. Everybody should get it, because if you've already got the first 2 shots, you might as well get the booster, because you're only going to really increase the protection.
I wish I would have got it like a week ago.
Yeah,
I could have got it, because when I got my shots.
Yeah, and like
I got them with the old people.
Yeah.
I was early. I got mine early.
Dude. Lucky. Like my sister just said in the chat, that's your immune system at work. I mean, that's how it works. Your body, that's how it works, man. It's protecting itself, and it promotes the protection a lot, though. Yes. So the booster apparently is going to help a lot, even with this new variant that's rolling around that's really contagious. It's only going to help. So.
Oh yeah, this new thing. I'm pretty sure the doctor today said that I have the new thing, whatever it is, because
you must.
One of the things was he asked me about my taste and smell, and I was like, no, I'm good with all that.
Yeah.
He's like, well, it seems the new, whatever the new variant isn't really affecting
Omicron.
Taste and smell.
The Omicron podcast.
That sounds like a Transformer.
Transformers Omicron in disguise.
Right. That's That's it. It's a Transformer. But sorry.
You're good. You're good, man.
It sucks. It sucks. It sucks.
Yep.
It definitely sucks.
It sure
It's
does.
last night was the sickest I've probably been in my life. So
Yeah.
get your shots.
Speaking of my sister, she sure knows what the sickest I've ever been in my life. I was living with my sister and my brother-in-law. We were sharing a house together in closer to Chicago, in Naperville, Illinois, which is Bougieville. We're little rich people.
Bougieville.
Yeah, man. Naperville. And in this I got the flu. It was like my third year in Illinois, second year. Abby and I just met. Second year in Illinois. Abby and I just met. And I got in the flu. I didn't talk to her for like a week and a half. She thought I broke up with her. And I'm like, no, I didn't break up with you. I had the flu. And holy crap, that was an experience that they all had to deal with. I'm very sorry. My sister and brother all had to deal with that. But so if you're saying it's like at least that bad, I don't want that. And I don't want twice as worse than that either. So like,
yeah, my experience as far as the body pains last night.
Keep that away from me. I'll smell this dirty mask if I have to.
Yeah, it was bad, man. I'm hoping it doesn't happen again tonight. I've already taken medicine and I've got it timed out to where I know when to take more. Yeah. I'm gonna try not to let what happened last night happen to me tonight, because that sucked. Like right now with medicine, like I can function. Like I'm good. But dude, there was a point last night where I was just like, I'm here on this couch. Like, I hope the place doesn't catch on fire.
So that's not even all I want to talk about myself. That was just what I forgot about. What happened today was much more, was very interesting. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to early in the morning. I get to work and it's a normal day. Nobody's there. Well, it's not normal because nobody's there. It's just me and the other maintenance guy. The school is all empty. The parish office is empty. It's just me working in the school with my boss.
Everybody's out for vacation.
Yeah. So I'm doing my thing, and I get back to the office at 10. My shift ends in 2 hours, and I get back and I'm like, hey, what's next, man? I did everything you asked. And he's like, go home. Merry Christmas. Have a happy holiday. Have a nice trip. And I was like, really? And I was like, you sure, man? I mean, I got 2 more hours. It's like, yeah, you're good, man. Enjoy the rest of the day and stuff. So I'm like, sweet. So I left 2 hours early. That was great. So I was like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to go get the COVID test that I need. Not because I'm feeling symptoms, but because to be safe to go see my family, we want to have me tested to, just as a baseline when I get there, like, what's going on? Did I bring anything with me? And Abby for that sake. So I proceed to the closest Walgreens, strike, go to the next Walgreens, which is actually pretty close. Strike, they're out too. And they said that we just had some 2 days ago, and I was there 2 days ago for the booster, or 3 days ago. I don't know. When I got my booster, I could have picked one up then. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like,
we kind of talked about this earlier. I drove to the Walgreens and sat outside. This was earlier in the evening yesterday. I sat outside in the parking lot and called in. I was like, they'll have them. Didn't have them. And I was like, okay, I'm not moving. Called every CVS, Walgreens, everything around me. Nothing. That's frustrating, dude.
Yeah,
that is frustrating.
It sure is, man.
But
I called 2 Walmarts. While I'm driving to the other Walgreens, I was calling Walmarts because I heard Walmart has them too. So I was calling one Walmart, and they struck out that Walmart. So that's 3 places I struck out at. Called another Walmart on the way. Then I get to Walgreens. That's when I find out that second Walgreens doesn't have it. And when I call them, they say, we have 2. Come now because 2 other people just called before you.
Oh God! So it's like literal. It's a literal.
It was a race. It was a race. And I thought I had good chances because in Walgreens they had them behind the counter, so like it wasn't like you can't just like take them and hide.
Right. You have to like, go and ask for them.
Yeah. So Walmart, at least at this Walmart, they did not do that. I got to that Walmart. They were just out in the open. I waited in line at CVS for them to tell me that it's on the shelf, and when I went to the shelf, it was empty.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I think what we're gonna have to do is just gonna have to get a normal free test, like at a local place here. There's a couple places we can get it, including Walgreens. Does free tests. So it won't be as accurate as possible because we're gonna be seeing one person who's not living in this house before that. We're gonna be masked up and everything just on precaution because my nephew is 4, can't get the vaccine. He's also immunocompromised, so we're not trying to risk anything with him. So,
right, yeah.
So I mean, it's not going to be as good as it would have been if I took the test on Christmas Day, because I'm gonna see them.
Well, at least you guys are being responsible. I mean, that's same thing. My family is literally going to be next door, right over there at my brother's house all night tomorrow.
Yeah,
partying, having a Christmas Eve party, and I will be here alone.
Go on the deck and like, hey, guy, because he's a little bit above you. Be like, yo,
yeah, he's above. Hey. Yeah, they could come outside. I could go to the back deck. Yeah.
Throw me a beer.
Well, I could. The windows in my living room there though.
Uh-huh.
I can open those.
Yeah,
and I can see into their living room, so it could be like, just open a window. It'd probably be hot in there anyway.
Yeah.
But they're gonna, we're gonna do like iPads and stuff. It's not a big deal. Yeah. I'm not that worried about it. I mean, it sucks, but like my brother's wife's dad, he can't. If I was around him, I'd probably kill him. He's gonna be there, so can't go over there. Obviously.
Yeah. Good. We're all being responsible. Pats on the back, everybody. So let's get into the meat potatoes of the episode. As you can read from the title of this episode, which I'm going to title something to the effect of Year in Review. Might be exactly that.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
This is the Year in Review, guys. We're in December 23rd as at this time of recording, 2021. In just 7 days, it's going to, well, I guess 8 days technically, it's going to be 2022. So this is our chance to look back at the year we just had, including our own podcast even. That'd be kind of fun to look back at our podcast. And just like, so Drip has a list. I have a list of things that we wrote down. Our categories are loosely similar. It's gaming, TVs, movies, and a secret category I'll hide from you for the time being, just for funs.
Hide from me?
From the audience, that you know what it is.
I know. I was going to say.
Because you wrote stuff down for that category.
We have surprises?
We'll leave a surprise category for the audience. But so far, we're talking about games, because this is basically a Nintendo podcast. And we're going to talk about some movies and TV, as I like to call nerd culture stuff. So
that's fair. Most of that's all what I have, except for my backup TV show, in case yours and mine are the same. I have a backup.
I would be shocked.
It's probably not. Now that you're saying I'd be shocked, it's probably not. So I get to talk about 2 TV shows.
At least the movie. I'd be shocked if it was the movie.
Well, let's start there.
Okay.
Let's start with the movies. I mean, I think I can start this one off because it's, come on, you already know what my favorite movie of the year was. It's Spider-Man Far From Home by 400 miles. It's the best Marvel movie there is. It's, oh God, it was so good. It was so good. And I can't talk about it. So
yeah,
I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's amazing. I can't wait till I can talk about it, but just can't.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I've already made my decision that I will not, even after the vacation, after I can go more responsibly, not seeing my nephew and my sister who's also immunocompromised. I'm still not gonna go to the theater. I'm just not doing it. It's a personal choice.
Hey, personal choice.
I'm just not gonna do it. I really don't want COVID. I don't want it. I don't even if it doesn't kill me, I don't want it. I don't want to find out what it does to your body. I don't want to find out anything about it. I don't want to find out how hard I'm gonna get it. I just don't. I have such a lack of desire to have it that I won't go to the movies probably for another year until this is like until COVID is either so transformed that it's just kind of like a flu thing. It's a seasonal type situation. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Nobody does, but until like either it's gone completely, which is unlikely, or it comes back in waves and it's not at all. And it's not at all.
Where are we at? We're a week out. It's going to be in theaters for what? Is it 60? Is it 60 days that they have to be in theaters?
I don't
60 days. I might be wrong about that.
Do you think it's going to be at Disney?
I heard some of this stuff. My brother keeps telling me that Venom and stuff is coming to Disney Plus, and I'm like, I haven't looked into it at all, but I haven't heard anybody say that. But he said it like 10 times. So I mean, if those are coming, I don't see why the other ones wouldn't.
I feel like Sony and Disney should just get in bed with each other and make a deal, not necessarily for the rights of the movies and stuff. I mean, like, I'm talking about just for the sake, like, hey, it can be streamed on Disney Plus. We don't own it, but like, we'll cut you a check, and it's gonna get us more people to join our service. So like,
and it's gonna get you a check.
And it's gonna get you a check, Sony. So why don't we just work together and put it on our service? Because like people like me, there's lots of people like me who are not going to see the movie. They're waiting for. I'll rent it for $5. I might even rent it for 10. but I'm not.
They're doing it so fast now. Like that movie I went to see. What is it? This past weekend?
Yeah.
I know it's been in theaters a while. I mean, not that long, but it's going to be on Disney Plus in 2 days.
Yeah. Which one is it called?
What is it? Encanto, something like that. It's
I'm
about a
not sure.
house.
I'm not
It's
sure.
alive. It was okay. It was all right. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no Moana, but it was all right.
Well, anyway, speaking of all right movies, because we're still on the topic of movies.
All right. Or
Listen,
are they
I'm not
terrible?
a movie guy like you are. Like, and I'm not a movie guy like probably most people in our community, in our circles are. So, like, my answers are probably going to disappoint you guys, but I have a reason why I chose this. And actually, technically, it's like came out in December of 2020, like at the very end. It's a Disney movie. It's called Soul, and it got shit on.
Dude, it was good.
It got
good.
shit on by so many people. I watched it. I'm like, I love it. I go on social media.
It was
It's
Michael
fucking
Fox, right?
terrible,
Not Michael J. Fox. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Jamie Foxx, not Michael J.
Jamie
Fox.
Foxx. Yeah. I really liked it. I thought that I like music. I'm a musician. I like it. I thought the jazz. I forgot the word again. There was a word. I was
Dude,
struggling.
that's a good pick.
That's
a great pick.
The jazz-ness about the movie, the portrayal, the jazz portrayal in the movie, I loved it. I thought it, and I was talking to my guy Charles Cornell on YouTube. Again, we're not friends, but he's my guy. My guy was like, "Yo,
My guy,
they did a good job, like making it look like these fake things were actually playing jazz.
actually playing.
Yeah, very
It
accurate.
looked
It was
right.
super. It
Yeah.
looked right, but it was right because it
Yeah.
was. It didn't like because there are movies that like make it look like it is right. This actually was right. These guys were, if they were real strings and real, like even the saxophone, like there's a saxophone thing, and like they're doing the real thing. It's the real keys. Like it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't just even in time. It was in time, and it was the right key.
it was the right, right
Like
notes,
key as
right.
in the key of the saxophone. Like it's called a key, not the button. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the button on the saxophone.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, it was awesome. I love that movie. There are problems with it, sure. Every movie has problems.
Yeah. But it was good.
There's a thing on Disney Plus that talks about the movie, the creators and the actors and actresses in the movie talking about it, like Black culture, trying to make sure it was represented well enough in the movie. And I watched it because that was one of the complaints, is that the culture wasn't well represented, and it was misinterpreted in some ways and misdone. Didn't do me good service. Listen, I'm also not a Black person myself, shocker. But I thought it was good as a white guy for what it's worth. But I was listening to Disney Plus, and some of the actors and actresses that worked in the movie, it seems like they did their homework. Now, did they do the best homework? No, maybe they got a B. But listen, I thought it was great. My movie of the year.
Here's where I'm at on Disney movies, and this is why I say the one I saw last weekend was meh. If there's not a certain point in a Disney movie, especially at this point, because they've got the formula, they do it to me every time. If there's not a point in the movie where I'm tearing up, it's not that great.
Yeah,
it's just not that great.
I don't tear.
Soul has that.
I don't tear, but I don't ever cry in movies. Very, very rarely. I didn't even cry.
Dude, I cried in Spider-Man twice, bro. Twice.
I don't do that. It's not that I'm a manly man. I just don't. I don't cry when I probably should cry, even in real life, honestly.
I just get into movies, man. I get into it so much. I'm so invested. It's like
I'm the same way. But I just don't cry. I get that emotion as if I was going to, but I just don't actually. No water comes out. But there was a few times, maybe one. There was like one time in Soul where I was like, yeah, that was touching.
Now, let me ask you a difficult question. I don't know if you have an answer to this one. I don't know if you have one.
I have runners up too, by the way.
You have runners up?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, really quick before you go. I didn't know we were doing that. I have one. I'm not even going to go into it. Shang-Chi, another Marvel movie, but man, oh my God, it was fantastic.
Honorable mention.
So good.
That's an honorable mention for me too.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really, really good. I didn't really like, I don't know. Eternals was fine, but it was like, Black Widow was fine.
Yes.
But it wasn't like, they were fine.
Like
they were just fine.
I wrote the word Black Widow down. It's not, there's, it didn't win anything for me. It's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
And exactly. Luca for me was, again,
my
going
God,
Disney.
Luca was so good.
Yeah, it was very good.
Luca was so good.
Very, very good.
Yeah. Anybody listening to this right now who has not seen Luca, it's a Pixar movie that went straight to Disney Plus, and it is absolutely fantastic. The animation, right? Like
It's
that's
my
the one thing
runner-up.
for me.
It's great.
Like
Animation was fantastic. As an Italian American, I can tell you that the Italian was not bad. The portrayal of like the family members, the Italian family members, so close, so close. All like the pasta stain on the shirts for the tomato sauce, like it's and the emotions coming out of the family members, like it's good. Like I was like, yo, that's like my grandmother
they
in
meet
another
in the
world.
town. I cannot remember her name, but the girl they meet in the town, her dad is my favorite part of the movie.
Like he's like eyes will close all the time. He's missing an arm. That guy, you love him. He's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Dude,
He's
Luca,
really
great
good.
movie. Great movie.
Dude, really, really, really good. See, I like your picks.
I chose Disney movies, and here's why. I'll maybe explain that real fast. It's be simple because I don't watch a lot of movies, but when I do watch movies, it's on the streaming services. Okay, and I have Disney and Netflix movies that don't always speak to me all the time, and I don't rent too much, so it's pretty much just Disney is what I watch movies on.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, thinking about it this way too, Disney Plus from launch has just been an absolute powerhouse when it comes to content.
Yeah.
Absolute powerhouse. It's insane what they have. It's crazy. I mean, Netflix got some stuff. You know, everybody's got some stuff, but not, I mean, Disney Plus is a juggernaut compared to these other streaming services at this point, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, my friends, we all shared Disney Plus together, and the leader of the pack who had the email and password, but we all chipped in. He was like, "Yo, I'm done. Like, you know, I'm not using Disney enough to justify it, so we're good." I'm like, dude, like we paid between all of us, we pay like less than $20 a year. I'm like, how can that not be enough for you?
Yeah.
But I was kind of mad, but I was like, yeah, it's fine. I get it. You know, you got to spend your money where you got to spend it. And I continued to drop $80 on Disney Plus for a year for myself and Abby. But listen, it's worth every penny. It's such a good service.
It is. It honestly is. It really is worth it. It's very, very good. All right. Do you have a worst movie?
Did I write something? I didn't write one.
What's the worst
because
movie
I don't. I was telling you before, TVs and movies. If I don't like it, I just stop watching immediately and completely forget it ever existed. So I couldn't even tell you the worst movie that I saw, or TV show for that matter.
I have a worst movie, but I don't even want to talk about the worst movie. I want to talk about. I'm gonna tell you what the worst movie I saw this year was, and it's the worst movie by a long shot. It's one of those. It's like a G.I. Joe spin-off movie. It's called Snake Eyes.
Why did you even see?
It's like an origin story of the character. Oh man, it was bad. It was so bad, dude. So bad. Because I have that thing. I have that AMC thing. I can see 3 movies a week.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I live on the edge. Look at me. I have COVID. I live on the edge, Geeb.
I do not. I live on the other edge.
Yes, you live on the inside edge. I'm out here tiptoeing. Just you never know. Anyway, it was out. I was like, I'm gonna go see it. Oh, it was absolutely awful. Worst action scenes I've ever seen in my life. The weird thing about it was like the way that they filmed this movie, it was like, who thought this was a good idea? Like sometimes when there's a really tense situation or an action sequence, they'll do what's called like handheld, right? Like it's a handheld look.
Yes.
So it's not super smooth. It's like you can tell. It's like
I like that.
It moves a little bit. Right. In certain situations, it looks good. This movie literally has scenes where it's just people talking. Like there's no drama. It's just regular conversation, and it's just it doesn't make sense. They do all this weird stuff. The action sequences, you can't even tell what's going on because they cut to camera to camera to camera so fast.
Right.
It's like you can't even see what's going. I have no idea what even happened. But Snake Eyes was the worst, but I don't care about that. The most disappointing movie of the year I just watched yesterday. The Matrix Resurrections was terrible.
Oh, really?
It was terrible.
That's unfortunate. It didn't look good to me.
It was
from the trailer.
I thought the trailers were great.
Yeah,
I thought they were great.
I sniffed that bullshit. And I was like, it smells like bullshit to me.
It makes so much fun of itself. It's so it's so meta that it's like it tries so hard to be this thing that it wants to be, and then doesn't explain any reason why it is that thing.
Yeah.
And oh my god, man, some of the dialogue is just super cringe. The story doesn't really make a lot of sense. They lean super heavy on the love story thing. It's just it's not good. It's really bad, and I was pumped for it. It's just it wasn't
That's
good.
upsetting.
It was really upsetting because I was excited. I know there were a few other people where, Megaboyd was one we were talking about in the Discord. Hari was another one. I mean, a lot of us have been talking about it, but yeah, I had planned to go. I was supposed to go see it yesterday in theaters, but obviously, I was sick, so I didn't go. It was on HBO Max, so I watched it
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah. Mm,
Unfortunate.
it was rough, man. It was not good.
You know what I forgot to do? Finish my story. The part that actually was weird and bad about it. I didn't even get to that part.
What part?
I just told you
Wait,
about
of what?
striking out on COVID tests. That's all I told you. I didn't tell
Oh
you.
yeah. Okay, the rest.
I forgot. I think I
I didn't
transitioned
know there
out of
was
it.
more. I thought you were just telling us that you
No,
were striking
no,
out.
because then after that happened, I came back and I had to work on work stuff on my computer. Now I work for a Catholic parish, but I had to do the stupid modules. That's like, this how to ID a sex offender. This is how to ID a child of,
That's good to
getting
know,
abused.
though. It's
Yeah, I
good to
know.
know.
I had to. That's not the worst part of the story. Fortunately. Fortunately for me, that's not the worst part. But it was just kind of annoying. It took some time to watch some useless videos that I could just answer the questions easily at the end without the videos, but it's what it is. Had to sit through them. Had to do it for work. While that's happening, Abby gets home. She was out. She actually had a bad day. I didn't tell you, but she had a bad day. We're not going to get into that. Medically wise bad day. So she had to go to emergency doctor trip real fast. As she gets back, she's playing Animal Crossing on this TV back here. This TV that usually shows a nice fireplace scene. It makes you feel all warm and cozy. It's so
I was
great.
supposed to have a cool fireplace today, and I forgot.
I didn't. Ironically, you left yours off too. I didn't forget about mine. My TV crapped out. It's toast. It probably can be repaired. By me, if I had the right tools. I don't. I have to buy the right tools. I could fix it. Or I could bring it to someone who fix it. All those things cost about the same much money as just buying a new one, because these days are really cheap. I could buy a $300 TV that's like excellent. So like I might just do that. Not now, because this is the worst time when you're buying gifts for others to have to buy something for yourself. So I'm not. Listen, this is an excuse for me to listen to more records. I got some beautiful big ass speakers back there. I'm gonna get back to my record collection, get some in there for the next month or so. I'm watching a lot less TV. More YouTube. I'll be watching lots of YouTube on my computer. More YouTube, less TV.
You have some screens there.
Yeah, for sure. And the Switch, of course.
Just because the biggest one's gone doesn't mean you can't.
Yeah,
consume
one
content.
game on the Switch, which is like TV, which is a nice segue to get to in a minute. But first, the cap off of the worst day in a long time for me. TV goes out. We're like, fuck, this sucks. Plumber has to come because our sink upstairs is backing up with water. So he comes for like the second time now. So he comes, he fixes it. But before he gets a chance to fix it, and he totally made a completely innocent mistake of his. He's walking through the threshold of the door, notices that the door is catching on the Christmas lights a little bit. He's like looking at it, and in that split second, stupid ass dog bolts right out the door. I'm down here doing my work stuff. I hear Abby running upstairs. I'm like, that can't be good. But I thought, there's no way. God's not going to do this to me today. Not today. Right after our TV craps out that a dog has to get outside. The dog did.
Oh, yeah.
And Abby didn't bring her phone.
Yeah.
Abby didn't bring her phone. She runs after it. I run after her. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go grab my car keys, grab my car. I'll fall in the car. We've done this a lot. We know the drill.
We've had this happen before.
Yeah. So I was the car guy. She was the on foot person. I lost her for like a half hour. She was just there.
About this.
She was just there.
I want to know more about this. How did you lose her? Because you mentioned this earlier. Because we've had this conversation, a light conversation about this. But I saved this question for now. How did you lose her? How did she just disappear?
I felt like it was like a movie where like they're there and then you turn around and they're not. It's what it felt like. Like she was right there. I had to go back in like she was down the block. I mean, this wasn't like I didn't like look away for a split second. I mean, she was down the block and I walked down the block with her. Then I was like, okay, now I'll go grab the car keys. The dog really is taking off. Because sometimes there are some points where Abby's really good at getting her. I can never get her. She runs away from me, the fucking bitch. Not Abby, the dog. But the dog runs away from me, and Abby, the dog loves Abby, comes up to Abby all the time. So I hoped like, okay, Abby's gonna get the dog. For me, it doesn't do that. So I'm like, I'll be car guy. They walk down the block back into our house, walk into the house, grab the keys, come back, then drive back around the block to catch up with them. It was like 30 seconds, but it was those 30 seconds lost her completely. There's a whole neighborhood. If just imagine to the left of you, there's a whole neighborhood where the dog always goes. That's the neighborhood the dog goes every time.
It's a spot.
This is the one time the dog decided to go the other direction. I was getting to that point where I was going to go that direction. Like, cause I looked at this neighborhood 5 times. People probably going to call the cops on me any second now. Cause I've driven past their house.
You're just
slowly or fast, whatever.
Out here
Yeah.
Creeping
Right
around
when when I was going to make the decision to go the other direction and check like the entrance of the neighborhood. That's when her mom calls me. Found Abby, found the dog. Her mom's coming home from work, entering the neighborhood where the dog and Abby were, picked them up. Abby already got the dog, and that just a disaster.
Sounds like it.
I was getting nervous. Like I was getting like nervous. Like she's not wearing a coat. She has asthma. Abby, this is not wearing a coat. She's not wearing real shoes. She's wearing like crappy, stupid shoes. Like lounging shoes. It's like 40 degrees out, which is not too super cold, but cold enough. She has asthma. I was afraid of her like in the cold, like getting an asthma attack, all these things. And I'm like, I can't find her. Did she get captured by a murderer? I don't know.
I mean, that is scary that she just disappeared. That's scary.
So, you call the dog's name. I was calling Abby's name. I'm like, fuck the dog. Like, where's my girl? like I need to find her now.
The dog will not speak back.
There's woods everywhere. She could have fallen and broke her ankle in the woods because the dog likes to sniff in the woods. Then Abby would have, if she would have followed after her, she would have hurt herself and she didn't have her phone. Anyway, that finishes weirdly the bad day I had.
I mean, it's not our week, man. That's it. That's all it is. It's not our week. Next week will be better.
Yes, right this second will be better because we're gonna talk about the best TV show of the year. Your pick and my pick. You want me to go first because you went first last time?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like that.
You said you now this one you probably have.
I'm wrong. I knew. I don't know.
I have two winners. If nerd culture, if you will, pick of TV and a non-nerd culture, even though it's kind of their nerd in their own right. The nerd culture pick, the science fiction pick is The Bad Batch. It's my favorite show of the year.
Oh, not what I expected.
Going back to Disney because
I forgot. I'm Disney for one. I forgot that came out. That was this year. Yeah, The Bad Bitch.
The Bad Bitch.
You know what's funny? You know we always say that. Like I look at that and I see that says Bad Bitch, not Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Completely separate from our group of people who say that. I saw something the other day. Like, who was talking about it? Oh my God, it was John Campia. Have you ever seen John Campia? He does a live show on YouTube.
You showed me.
Yeah. He does a live show on YouTube talking about this stuff. And they were talking about it the other day.
Bad
Somebody
bitch.
like wrote in and was like, every time I see it, I think it says Bad Bitch.
I don't get that, but I do see what you mean.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, anybody in the chat right now. I know I see Hari has spoken at some point here. He was also with me on that. It looks like it says Bad Bitch.
I get Bad
You're
Bitch.
Right. That was good.
Hey, Full Metal, I'm not editing this one. We're just gonna paste this to the audio. I'm not editing this.
There's no edit. There's no edit.
Not this one. Going on vacation. I'm going on vacation mode tomorrow.
Yeah. This is going straight up.
Yep.
Straight up. It was good. You're right. I totally forgot about that. It was very good. Some people did not like it, but I agree with you. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
my favorite of the year, but it was definitely good.
And for me, I'll just quickly, hopefully I'm not stealing your thunder, I hope. My runner-up is Hawkeye. I really, really enjoyed Hawkeye.
Really?
I really did, man. I really enjoyed it, like a lot. Like way better than Loki, way better than WandaVision, way better than Clone Wars didn't come out this year, but I watched that for the first time this year. Yeah, I loved it. I really did. I
liked it.
He intrigues me. His character really does intrigue me.
I feel like Hawkeye and the Falcon and Winter Soldier show both were just.
Didn't even mention. I did not like Falcon and Winter Soldier. That was
I thought they were both like
C minus for me.
It was okay. I think Hawkeye was definitely better than that, but I still think. Did you watched it? Obviously, you've watched the season finale.
Yes.
Or the finale. There's not going to be another season, but
really.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a one-off. Yeah, a lot of them are going to be one-offs, man. Yeah, a lot of like.
But what
lot
about
of these
her?
shows are going to be one-offs.
What about her?
She's the new Hawkeye. She'll be around.
But she didn't really have a real inaugural. But like I thought they're working together.
No, Clint's old, man. She's the new Hawkeye. You may see him in some other stuff, but I mean, she's the new Hawkeye.
All right.
Just like
not really a spoiler because it's pretty damn obvious from like episode.
No,
1.
That's the whole setup of the show.
Yeah.
That's what it's whole. It's been the whole time.
That's what it's about. She's on the cover of the show. Like I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I mean she's. Yeah, dude, that's not a spoiler in any way.
Quickly, just caffeinated. Is the book Boba Fett count for this year? It sure does. It will.
It does. Yeah.
It just hasn't come. I haven't seen it yet.
It's hard for it to count this year because we're gonna get the first episode like 2 days before the end of the year.
Oh wait. You mean for 2021? He means. No. I say no. Actually, I say no.
It's gotta be
2022.
Yeah. It's gonna be good though. Yeah. I'm excited for that. So I have two favorites, and they're very far away from each other, but they're two shows that man, I think Loki is the best piece of Marvel streaming content that we've got so far. I think it's the best. I think everything they did with that was amazing. Tom Hiddleston was absolutely.
He's fantastic. Knockout.
Dude. So good. He was so good. He was so good in that. Everything. The entire
he's always been
good. Really good.
He's always been great.
Yeah.
Even from his movies appearances.
He's really taken like the character of Loki to like just, think about the first time you saw Loki and like think about what you think of him now. Like it's amazing to see where he's taken that character.
I thought Loki was a little
so good.
Little baby bitch.
Yeah.
To quote one of my favorite men of all time. I thought Loki was a little baby bitch.
Baby bitch, yeah. That's
but unfortunately, that's a big take from like a year ago. But yeah, no, I thought he was. I really hated him. I hated him a lot.
Yeah, I didn't. He was not a character.
I loved his character. Loved the character. Like wow, he's like I could tell from right then like that's a good character, but he's an asshole. Like the character is an asshole. Like
it's just.
Fuck that guy. But yeah,
what they've done with that, I mean, and it's not just Tom Hiddleston. It's not just him. It's where they've taken. It's just great. I love it. I can't wait to see more of that. But the other one, season 2 was out this year. It was fantastic. The first season won all kinds of awards. Second season is going to do the same because it was even better than the first. Ted Lasso.
Oh, okay. I've yet to see it.
Dude, it's so
everyone I know, everyone I've seen everyone I know on the internet at least has said that the same thing.
It's
so
really,
I need to check.
Really,
we do
really,
have Apple
really
TV
good.
for a little while longer. Abby had the free Apple TV from her getting her iPhone. So
yeah. I'm telling you, check it out, man. It's only 2 seasons. Check it out.
Can't right now, actually. We're watching on her iPhone, I guess.
I was gonna say you can watch it on that spiffy iPhone she's got.
Yeah, we'll do that. Sure. Let me get to my real fast non-nerd culture pick. The two of them. The movie.
Two.
Wait, is it a movie? I actually know it was. I did. There's 2 of them because I could not choose, and they're both tied. My 2 favorite shows of the year. Apparently Disney. the Beatles Get Back documentary.
Still haven't watched it. Still haven't.
So good. So good. I want to watch it again with Abby. We're going to watch it again because she hasn't watched it.
I need to watch it.
So good. I'll watch it with you.
Okay.
I can't right now, but I will at some point.
Hey, I'm going to have lots of time this week.
And I don't know if you've seen this one or heard about it. You probably haven't seen it, but have you heard about it? Welcome to Earth, Will Smith. It's not it's a docu-series.
I saw
documentary.
I have not watched that
educational series. It's
yeah,
really
I'm interested.
Good. It's good. Not just because he's my boy from Philly, not just because of that, but it's good. It's so
good?
I'm learning so much. I'm rewinding to like, wait, what was that? Like, yeah, it's good, man.
Did you ever watch Jeff Goldblum's show on Disney Plus?
Yes. I like that one less.
I just like him.
But I like him.
I just like listening to him speak.
Yes.
I could listen to him speak about anything.
We watched a good bit of that
extended
one.
Period of time.
We watched a good bit of that Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, it was good. Okay, well, I need to check that Will Smith thing out too.
Yes.
That's something that I was interested in it, and then I don't know.
I'm realizing the content I watch. It seems like I only watch Disney, but I promise you, I watch YouTube the most. I watch the most YouTube of anything, and Netflix I watch probably the next most Netflix after YouTube. But all my picks are Disney. They now come out of the park, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's just they do good stuff over there.
Oh, and did I? Oh no, that's right. I have no words because right. Moving on, then.
Yeah, worst TV show. I don't have that either. I don't watch bad TV. If it's bad, I don't watch it.
Yeah, same. Gaming, Nintendo, gaming, Nintendo. I just have one thing circled. There's only one thing I want to highlight as far as Nintendo game, and that would be the game of the year for me. What about you? I want to hear you.
I've got 3 games. One is the winner, but I have 3 that I'm just like this year gave me some games I really like that I'm going to be playing.
To be clear, I have one winner. I have other things to talk about, but one winner.
Yeah, my winner. I don't know when I'll go back and play my winner, but the other 2, I'll be playing them for a long time. One, not on the Switch, Forza Horizon 5.
Obvious
I mean, that's
choice.
one I'm going to be playing. I'm so happy that came out, and it was just automatically the best Forza game that's ever been made. I mean, it came out perfect. Nothing was wrong with it. It just ran good. Everything, it was just great. No problems, no bullshit. It was just good. I was really hoping that was going to happen. It did. That's a game I'm going to be playing for, years to come. Really happy about that one. Another one, kind of the same way on the Switch, Monster Hunter Rise.
Good choice.
I was skeptical if I would like it or not. Again, I mean, I just streamed it the other night. Can't wait for the DLC to come out. That one, fantastic. Another game that just came out and was automatically good. No problems. Runs great online. I mean, it's, those 2 games just don't have any problems really. But my favorite game of this year has to be, it has to be Metroid Dread. It's my favorite game I absolutely loved it. Loved it. It was so good. It was just like we've talked about this already, but like when you can get lost in a game for 3 hours and you're still just, I'm good. I'm mad. I'm pissed, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm still here. Like, it's good at that point. I mean, that's my game. That's my game of the year, I guess. I shouldn't even say that. I need to make a video about this.
Don't undercut the podcast, man.
I should have made the video first.
Nah, you make this is first, then you go back and say on my podcast. I talked about this.
When's this podcast coming out? What day?
I might just go ahead and do it tomorrow. If I'll upload it, I'll edit it and upload it tomorrow. I might edit tonight. We'll see.
Well, cat's out of the bag. My video gets 0 views now.
Lies. Okay. So that's your list. You know any honorable
Yeah,
mentions?
that's my. Well, I mean, that's my. Those are the ones, man. I mean, honorable mentions. I don't know. There's some. We'll save it for the list. But I mean, those are the ones. As soon as someone would ask me, like, "Hey, this year, what'd you play that really stuck out?" I mean, that's it.
Don't acknowledge this. I'm just. Yeah. So I have some honorable mentions. But I also I'm not honorable mentions. I have 1, 2, 3. Starting with 3. 3
Okay.
Again, these are my games of the year. And there is one non-Nintendo game on here. It is on Switch, but it's not Nintendo. Not what you never guess what it is. Number 3 though is a Nintendo game. Bowser's Fury.
Just Bowser's Fury.
I mean, 3D World's fun, but everyone knows that.
Oh, I agree.
You bought it for Bowser's Fury,
dude. It's worth
every penny.
I mean, a little steep, but I would buy Bowser's Fury for $60.
I did buy it for $60. I mean, it came with 3D World, which I had a ton of fun with on Steam Night and stuff. Like, super great. But Bowser's Fury, 3D World Bowser's Fury, what a masterpiece, as one gentleman would say.
Yes, masterpiece for sure. And no, it's great. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping they take that formula, that new Mario formula they're clearly messing around with there.
Yeah.
And take it forward, because it's fantastic. You're 100% right. Definitely make the list of the top 10 for sure.
Friend of the pod, Megaboyd. He just got 100 cat shines in that game, and it's funny he said that in Discord. And that night I actually played more at Bowser's Fury and got about 10 more shines myself.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm at 69 shines.
Of course you are.
I'm not even joking.
I haven't played. I haven't played it in a while, but yeah. Playing through that was. I didn't go back and get all the shines. I kind of played until the end of the little story.
I would suggest going back, because there's more content to be had.
Well, I did go back a little bit. I just haven't gone back a lot. Like, I went back after I did it and played, I don't know, maybe 2 more hours just messing around and like looking around, and but I didn't get all of the. I don't know how many I have. I guess I could look. I'm not sure. Yeah. All right, what else you got? That was 3, right?
That was 3. Number 2. Life is Strange: True Colors.
Oh, wow. I did not expect that.
I had gotten some gift cards, Visa gift cards from my employment. Not the employer themselves, but awesome people who work there, just like including families of the kids. I've gotten so many. I've got hundreds of dollars gift cards this season. It was awesome.
That's crazy.
I spent $70 of that money on the Life is Strange True Colors like DLC like bundle. $70. The big one on Switch.
Man, how's it run? Does it look good?
It looks good. It doesn't run great. It runs at like 30 mostly, maybe like 25, 30.
But it's not like unplayable.
It's not not at all. In fact, your eyes, it's 1080, I think it's 1080p on dock. It's 720. It looks way better handheld, as most games do on Switch. A lot of games do, I should say.
Yeah,
But it blown up on the TV. It still looks pretty good. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable enough, but you're not playing that game for any other reason besides story. It is a story-only game. There's seldom gameplay. You gotta wiggle your stick around a little bit. You're mostly just pressing A, B, X, or Y to make your choice, and that's all it is. It's just making choices. And dude, it's so fun. It's so good. The story. I've only done the first chapter, but I binged it in first chapter in one day. And I mean, it's what 2 hours gameplay, 2.5 hours gameplay.
So it's. Yeah. See, I don't know. I wonder how long the whole game is. How many chapters are there?
Probably a lot. Usually a lot. I don't. Maybe 3 chapters. It's probably like a 15 to 20 hour game is my guess.
That's something I would give a chance. I would definitely do that. I'd play that. Yeah. I mean, I've said several times I'd like to check it out.
You have to like. I just like the way I've liked the first Life is Strange game. The sequel, the prequel to the first game was okay. I didn't play the one. There was apparently another one that came out that I have not played yet. Probably won't. We'll see. There is like a trilogy coming to Switch later in February or something like that.
Yes.
I'll be buying that. I'll be playing those. Again, the games I already played. I'll probably play them again. I'm gonna play that new one and try it out. The one, no, not new one. The one that previous to this one I have not tried yet. I'll play and see.
Yeah.
True Colors looks great. I love the way the color design, the way they do it. It almost looks like, even the outside, it looks like there's like a purple, like me right now. There's like a purple light shining on me. That's how the game looks every now and then. Like it looks great. It just looks great. It looks great.
I'll check it out. That's interesting.
Maybe try it on PC.
I did not expect that to be your number 2.
Yeah.
Am I going to be even more blown away by your number 1?
You shouldn't be.
Can I guess?
I'm trying to look for a prop. Here we go. Here's my dagger. Skyward Sword.
I figured that was it.
Skyward Sword HD. Skyward Sword HD.
I could have guessed that. Yes, you did have a time with that. You did have a time with that.
That game really made me. I mean, Breath of the Wild got me in the door to being a Zelda fan. Skyward Sword has me a Zelda fan. I can now call myself a Zelda fan. Hi, Gels. How you doing? You didn't miss nothing.
Hey, Gels. How you doing?
You're fine.
You didn't really miss anything. Yeah, we're still
chatting.
Right in the middle of the meat here.
Yeah. Love that game. Loved it. I can't believe it wasn't on your list at all. Actually, I can't believe it because you haven't finished it yet.
I haven't finished it, but guess what? I'm fucking quarantined for 10 days. So I'm going to finish it. Oh, yeah. That's something else I can talk about really quick. Guess what? I'll be streaming every single day next week. Forever. I'm just going to stream. That's it. I'm just going to finish every game I haven't finished. That is if I'm not feeling like shit anymore.
Cool, man.
That's the plan. But
I like that plan. I like when you stream.
I'd like it too. I haven't streamed all week. It's the first time I streamed this week. I had too much stuff going on. Then I got COVID. Then it was really.
Yeah, I haven't really streamed much myself, and it's the same reasons. I got stuff. I got life, man. Life happens.
Yeah. I mean, well, and it's the holiday season. There's so much stuff going on, and I was gonna be like, well, I'll stream Wednesday, but I was dying last night.
Gels, just start streaming again. I'm gonna be there, Gels. I'll be with my family. We're gonna watch Gels around the campfire, around the fireplace. Actually,
that is awesome.
Can't wait.
Wow, Geeb, I just realized how many channel points I have for you.
How many?
Holy crap, 15,000.
That's not. There's a lot more. Actually, in my streamer year review, it told me who has the most channel points of everyone this year. Guess who's number 1?
Who?
Joe. Guess when he accumulated over the year.
How many?
Just take a guess.
40,000.
Oh, you're so wrong.
100,000.
You're so wrong.
Am I going the right way?
Yeah.
400,000.
You went too far. I don't remember.
240.
Gels, you basically nailed it. It's right around 250 channel points. Or actually, maybe it was 2 million. I gotta look again. It was something crazy. I just looked at it. I saw 2 and it was crazy. I could be 2 million. He lurks a lot. He's probably lurking right now. Crazy motherfucker. Yeah, lots of channel points. Tangents. Love our tangents. It's my fault, really. Okay, we're done the games. That just leaves
worst game.
What's
the worst game? And I want to know what you're anticipating. What's your I mean, it's stupid for us to even say this. We know what we both want in 2022. It's
what we know is going to come out for sure. My most anticipated game?
Yes, the thing we're looking forward to in 2022.
The Pokemon game. Arceus. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking
forward to hopefully Breath of the Wild 2 keeping its release date in 2022.
November, man. People are talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They have so many sources.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah. We did a podcast about that not too long ago. Yeah. Night Trap, 25th anniversary. It didn't come out in 2021. Just to be clear.
What?
It didn't come out.
What is it?
My worst game of the year. Did not come out this year, but I played it for the first time in 2021. It's a game that I still have fun with. That's why I'm choosing it, because I don't want to knock any games unless they're really terrible. This is not a really terrible game. It's just the game I chose. Could be funny. Have you ever played Night Trap?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me set the scene for you. It
Okay.
is 1980. Okay. The
Okay. I
games
like
that
the 80s.
we got, it's like Mario, it's like Sonic. You know, that's the vibe, right?
Okay.
Mortal Kombat comes in. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, man! Like it's vulgar and gory and terrible. This is awful."
Yeah.
This company's like, "Yo, man," or not a company, I don't know. These people make a game. They're like, "Yo, we're gonna like record with film, and we're gonna film a movie, but the movie is gonna be a game, and we'll call it Night Trap." And the whole point of
Oh my god. Yes, I've heard of this.
yeah, the whole point of the game is to I don't know what even is the point to win. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is that, like, do you know the reason we have ratings on games is because of Night Trap?
That's why I've heard about this.
Yes, because they were calling it like offensive and vulgar, and our children should not play it. It's like guys in like gorilla suits, and there's one scene with a woman who is fully clothed in lingerie. It's not skimpy lingerie. It's just, you know, like she's wearing undies, and she has booby covers. You know, because it's scary to think. It's very scary for the white man to think about a woman wearing boobies and panties. But like she's wearing booby covers. She's got a bra on. And she's wearing panties and like a nightgown. She's in a nightgown, but that's scandalous. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
So like it got shit on. It got called like demon. It's so bad. It was rated like R basically for games.
Okay.
But like it's not at all. It's like a PG-13 game at worst. Anyway, that's why I'm bringing it up. It's a terrible game. It has a huge history. If you want the history,
I'd like to check out that.
There's a podcast, not ours, unfortunately, but Stuff You Should Know. There's a podcast on that episode. I'd recommend that.
The podcast is Stuff You Should Know.
I mean, you should listen to that podcast anyway because there's lots of fun things to learn about, including when they talk about that. I like to
learn stuff, so yeah, that sounds great to me. I'll look into that.
Yeah. Tebow, a beer of the week. We didn't do beer of the week this week.
We didn't do beer of the week. I have COVID, so
we're just chatting.
We're chilling.
Yeah,
we're chilling.
We're just chatting. We'll get. It's the end of season 1.
I do have a beer thing. It's not beer.
Yeah.
Whatever this is, it's like that watermelon something. We're not talking about it.
Yeah. Anywho. Yeah. So that's
Worst game.
Yeah.
I didn't even play it. I only played the demo. Balan Wonderworld, easy. It's the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. I've never played a game that bad.
I gotta try it now.
Well, okay. I've played games like that, but I played them, 20 years ago when that's what video games kind of were. They were like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That game, everything about that game is just broken. It's the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen, honestly. Like, you have to wear these suits, right?
No.
Like, this is the part where I was just like, okay, I was giving this a chance. Now I'm done. So each suit that you wear has its own little ability or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you can do certain things. To jump, and keep in mind, good bit of jumping in this game. To jump, you have to change to the suit that lets you jump.
That sounds fun.
You can only jump in the one. You can only jump like that. Like, no, you can't jump. Like, no, absolutely not. It's too much. It's just, and it looks awful. It's very, it's just bad. It's bad, man. It's bad. Download the demo.
I'll try it.
Download the demo. It's good for a laugh. That's for sure. I wonder if they even is the demo still even available? I wonder if it's even available. Man. If I was them, I would have taken it down for sure.
Well, they're proud of their product, clearly.
It's a Square Enix game too. It's not like it's some BS company.
Yeah,
it's Square. Like, what the hell? What happened? Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Okay, transitioning to our last category, the secret category. I didn't reveal till right now. The secret category this week, the secret category for the finale episode.
Wait, there's two more.
What's the other one then?
Tell me the secret one. I'll tell you the other one.
I'll show you mine. Show yours. The secret one is hardware, our favorite and least favorite hardware of
Okay,
2021.
that's not the secret one. I'll say the secret one because I have it right here, and you're forgetting it, but you'll remember when I tell you.
I must be.
You are. You're going to be surprised. Hardware. Yours. I think yours is going to be
okay.
cooler
You're going to leave
mine.
me in the cliffhanger. Okay, cool. I was
Yeah,
waiting.
we're going to do it. We'll talk about
all
it.
right, cool,
afterwards.
cool. Hardware. You go first.
Mine's this. It's this. This grip right here is it.
That the one you just got in your hands today.
But not this exact one. It doesn't have to be this one. The white one that I've had.
Okay, the Neo.
Any of the Neo grip. This is what I wanted this to be. I was hoping that when this came out, I was like, sweet, finally they're putting these things on the regular Switch, because I loved it when they had them on the light. And then I got it, and it's like it flexes. It's just not. It was a little disappointing. But then this keeps those grips. It doesn't flex.
Yeah.
This is what I've been waiting for. This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
What are you waiting for?
I was waiting for this. Now I'm not. I'm not waiting for anything anymore.
Good.
I have it.
Very good. I'm glad. Super glad.
That, and then runner up, just nostalgia. The 64 controller, man. I mean,
okay, fair enough.
The 64 controller.
Yeah.
That was an awesome drop. Glad to have that. The
I
64 controller that works on the Switch. I mean, that's nice.
Yeah, I have something to say about that. But here's all. I just wrote down a bunch of stuff. I'm looking at all the stuff I bought and have in front of me. I just started writing stuff down. And by the way, I can't believe the OLED's not in your list.
The OLED's great. I love it. I didn't think about that. It's just my Switch now. I didn't even think about it that it even came out this year. But yeah. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
I take back everything I said. It's the OLED.
Tebow, I am waiting for the 4K Switch. That's why I don't have an OLED. I got myself an honorary. I've lots of honorary mentions. I'm just gonna say them all because none of them are the right answer. Mario Red Switch. They did come out this year.
Nice.
It looks great, man.
Very nice.
It's a nice special edition. It really is. It's underrated.
I think it's one of the best they've had. I mean, as far as
just
special
red.
edition Switches go,
Red. But it's all the red dock, the Joy-Con covers are not. I don't have any of those actually. All I have is the red Switch itself, the tablet, and the Joy-Cons. But it's a nice package overall together.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one and the Monster Hunter one came out this year too. I didn't even think about that.
It's nice.
Oh,
it's hardware, dude. It counts. I can't believe you didn't think about that stuff.
I bought it all.
I
literally bought it all.
Controller's
I got
fantastic.
the Switch. I got the Pro Controller.
That is fucking.
I went nuts
fire
with the Monster Hunter stuff.
That thing is awesome.
Yeah, this is the best Pro Controller.
It needs gold handles. I don't know why they did not give you gold handles.
Oh, I don't want that. I would not want that. I love the little bit of gold that's on it. But the Joy-Cons that came with I sold my Monster Hunter tablet.
Yeah, you sold all your tablets.
I sold them all. Yeah, the Animal Crossing one, the Monster Hunter one. I don't need them. I have the OLED. I kept all the Joy-Cons because I do want those.
Yeah.
Another piece of hardware that we're both probably forgetting about that's absolutely fantastic. You're probably not because you got a list.
We'll get
Zelda
there.
Joy-Cons.
We'll get there soon.
There. All right, we'll get
more
there.
More things I read off here that I wrote down. I started writing stuff down to pick an answer. Power A wireless controller, the normal one. For me, it's this Pikachu one that I have.
Yeah, I mean.
So let me tell you why it's for me, because it actually really helped with my issues I was having with my hands. I was having I have tendonitis issues, tendon issues.
No, listen,
and
I'm not saying it's bad.
It brought down the swelling in my hands. Literally, the ergonomics is best for me. Way my hands.
That's great for you. My only thing is, and I know you already said it's not. You tried it in 2021, but these have been out forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Moving on, the another one that's not the win. None of these are winner. The Power A Fusion.
I agree with that. It's pretty good.
It's above this one. It feels so good. Same ergonomics, better materials. I mean, what can you say? It's fantastic.
Yeah. A lot better materials, honestly.
Yes.
And it doesn't have rumble. You know what I think they did? I'd like to ask about this. Maybe they'll tell me. They probably won't. They'll probably say, "Fuck off. Don't ask us those questions." It's heavier. I wonder if they just put weights in it. Are there just weights in it? Because there's no rumble. There's still no rumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be solid. It probably is weights, but either way, it's wonderful.
Yeah, I like the weight that it is perfect. I do like it.
I'm not gonna pull it out. You already showed it. The 64 controller. Yeah, of course, it's great. Wonderful. Now here's a weird one that you guys, especially you Nintendo fans, not probably on your list at all. But for audio listeners, this one is I know we're talking about physical things that you can't see. This one you can see, but you can also hear it. And I'm talking about my microphone. Let me go to full Geeb real fast. My microphone setup. Not only the microphone, which is I have it written down. It's a Shure. Again, these didn't come out in 2021. I want to talk about it. It's fun. The Shure SM48. This microphone's a handheld microphone, like you use I don't know, your podium at school. But dude, it sounds great. Can't you agree? And this is a little attachment. It's a booster thing, makes me a little louder. CT1 from Clark. It's like a cheap Chinese knockoff thing. Who cares? Not mentioning that. But I am mentioning it. But it's not. It's a nice little tool, nice little thing. And the audio interface that I use, the M Audio Air 192/4 whatever. The audio interface that I use, I also some of my favorite hardware of this year. I believe this actually did come out this year. This M Audio, it came out in March, May of this year, and I bought it right when it came out. That's because that's when I needed an audio interface, and it was new. I was like, oh sure, I'll check it out. It's a wonderful audio interface, and it makes the stream, the podcast, it works everything, and it makes it work great. This is not my favorite tech of the year, hardware of the year, but man, I'm super stoked. I mean, it's a setup that cost me under $200, and that's half the price of an SM.
Admit, I'm kind of right there with you on mic setup.
Yeah,
I didn't think I was gonna really like this as much as I ended up and it's not just the mic. It's not the mic.
Software.
The mic's fine. It's the software. It's the software that comes with it. And now that they've added this, now I can start doing I'm gonna go nuts with this whole week. Since I can't leave, I'm going nuts with this stuff. I'm gonna figure all this stuff out. It's gonna be great.
Yes,
but I agree. Having a nice little mic setup, it just makes you kind of wanna. It just makes you want to stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh God, where's he going?
I just wanted to.
Where are you going?
I figured I should just grab it. I'm not using it to stream. So, my favorite tech of the year, and you stole my thunder, you son of a bitch. The Skyward Sword Joy-Cons.
Oh, those are your favorites?
Dude, I love them. And look at
I agree.
And look at, honestly, it might just be this package. This package for me.
Switch, dude,
audio listeners,
ridiculous.
Audio listeners, you can't see this, unfortunately. But check out our YouTube if you want to check it out. I'll post it on Twitter, maybe a picture. I don't have any good pictures of it because I'm not drip. But, dude, the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons with the white Skull & Co. keycaps. Think cap.
Fire.
Keycap, love it. Black skull, satisfied grip. And the red Mario Switch to accent the Zelda logo. Right down the Skyward Sword logo. Right there.
It's straight fire.
This combination makes me not want an OLED. I love it. Love it so much.
Until you see an OLED screen in person.
I have an OLED screen. It's on my phone. I know what it looks like.
I'm talking about the one on the Switch. Trust me.
I know, man.
But if I could have the OLED red like that, dude, yeah. I love that setup. I told you I want to copy that setup so bad. I just, my Switch isn't red.
Yeah, I love the.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Joy-Cons. I didn't mean to steal your thunder on that.
You did, but it's okay because they're beautiful Joy-Cons.
They really are. They're honestly, and I mean,
the best Joy-Cons they've ever made.
What is it?
The best Joy-Cons they've made.
Yes. Yeah, by far. These are the best ones. The Animal Crossing ones are plain. They're fine.
Look great. I love them.
I think the Monster Hunter ones are nice, but they're still gray.
Yeah.
They're really cool. They have designs on the front, the back.
Yeah.
They're really, really nice. But these, I mean, especially for Zelda fans, man. I mean, that's it. That's it.
But those are great. Even if you're not a Zelda fan, though, the detail.
They look great.
The detail, the gold, the red, the blue Joy-Con itself, the slip-ons. Actually, I do have them, but I'm not gonna pull them out. It's too much. The slip-on, the Joy-Con cover things with the love it. I love everything about these Joy-Cons.
They're great.
I love playing Skyward Sword without Joy-Cons. I loved it with the controller, and I was mad. I'm like, I want to use the Joy-Cons, but I do dislike very much the motion controls. So I never even played Skyward Sword with these Joy-Cons. But I
That's
need
why-
I need an excuse to play with the
That's why I
Joy-Cons.
haven't finished it. Because I have to have the motion controls.
Yeah, it's funny how we're different like that. Total opposite,
Yeah.
actually.
I can't play it with the button controls at all, dude. I can't. It drives me nuts. Having to hold the button. Oh, it drives me nuts.
It doesn't bother me at all, especially because I played Skyward Sword with this controller. Just the button. This button was the replace. I used like my ring finger or like my middle finger to like that. It's so natural. This is how I move in Skyward Sword, not this, but this button. And it made us so much. That's why I play Skyward Sword like that. If it wasn't for that controller, if I was using a pro controller, I probably would force myself.
Maybe I'll try it like that this week when I go back to it and finish.
It takes adjusting to it. It's still not better than just a left stick movement.
Yeah.
But it is like 15% better than swiping around for me, and that's why
I'm gonna.
Also, just think about this: combat. Toward the end of the game, which you haven't gotten yet, it's so hard. It gets really harder than the rest of the game. It would behoove you to get used to button controls, like for real, to get through the end. It's
I don't know, man. I think I'd rather just stand up and like fight, like for real.
Throw your beautiful Skyward Sword Joy-Cons through your TV.
I will not do that because I will use the wrist straps. Thank you, sir.
That's right. You should also
I've already seen a Wiimote go through my TV. I use wrist straps.
You should also wear your Uncle Geeb mask. Wow.
Oh my God, get out of here with that. Okay. Really quick, I don't know if you have one, but I do. We've been doing best and worst. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the worst. And I'm gonna
Do I have one?
Now listen, I'm gonna go with the worst hardware that I've experienced this year, but I'm gonna say that it was fixed. I just put a video out on it. But the original Binbok Joy-Cons, the original ones, worst piles of garbage I've ever used in my life. They were so bad. So bad. I bought them myself, took them out of the plastic. I mean, I almost didn't even use them. I did. I ended up using them for like 3 or 4 days, made a quick video on them before I sent them back. Video got all kinds of hate. Binbok saw the video, asked me if I wanted to try the new ones. I just put a video out on it the other day. They have improved a lot of stuff in those. They're not nearly as bad now. The biggest thing is that the face buttons are just really, I don't know, man. They're too tall and they're really stiff into a certain point. Then they're just like, I don't know. Yeah. They're not good.
I watched your video and I saw what you were saying, and again, never tried these things. I kind of want to buy these new ones though. Off your recommendation,
I would say
even.
Stay away from the ones with the regular shells.
Yeah.
Only get the ones with the clear shells because that was one of the biggest problems. Yeah.
That's what I want.
They look good. Yeah. They look good. I mean, the other ones look good.
Feature pack for what's it, $50?
Yeah, you can't get them now. When I put that video up, I think they only had like 7 or 8 pairs up on Amazon at that point. And
oh, really? Wow.
It was sold out like 10 minutes after I put that video up.
You sold their Joy-Cons for them.
I mean, yeah, 8 pairs. Yeah.
Hey,
I know.
Better than 0.
Yeah, look out. I'm a selling machine.
Now, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It is amazing how much they haven't changed, but changed at the same time, because a lot of it is the same, but it's just these tiny little things that they've adjusted. Like whatever was behind the D-pad that made it so bad is fixed. The D-pad's fine. Yeah. Totally good. Cool. Man, this first ones, they were awful, man. Just taking it, like, I didn't even want to touch them. They just felt so cheap. But I would say give them a try. They're not bad.
Cool. Yeah, I might check them out. I have a TV to buy first, though. So
yeah.
God damn it.
Well, I don't know, man. I can probably get you a pair. They saw the video that I put out. They were like, "Fair. You want some other stuff?"
I don't make videos, but listen.
I mean,
I'll take them.
I'm sure if I said, "Hey, give me another pair of those," and I'll take a look at the other stuff, I'm sure they would be like, "Okay, cool." I mean, they seem to be nice people. They seem to be very nice people.
Hey, they seem like they got a set on them, like a nice big set.
I'm telling you what, I thought it was very crazy that they reached out and wanted to send me those Joy-Cons after seeing what I said about the original ones.
Yeah, they got brass balls, man. I love it.
They did fix them though. But
and listen, here's the other encouraging thing: if they were just a crappy, cheap Chinese bullshit brand like all the other ones, knockoff stuff, then the next product they release would not be improved at all. It would just be another version of it. And they made
have a
changes.
mini version of those too.
They made changes. It sounds like.
Yeah.
So that at least the D-pad itself is enough reason to like, wow, okay, you're actually like improving your product.
Yeah, well, they did. Whoever makes those for them, clearly they were like, hey, there's a problem here. You guys need to fix this. Because there's another company that sells them too. They look exactly like it, but they have like, I don't know, there's like Dragon Ball Z ones, which clearly
I think you posted
illegal.
That.
Like that is not, those are not officially licensed. No fucking way.
What makes you say that?
Oh yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. The other company has a bunch of different designs on theirs. I don't know. It's all right stuff. It's all right stuff. I'll give it to them. They've improved. I kind of do want to check out the mini ones because they have mini ones. So they're kind of like that, but they're more like Joy-Con style to where they're, buttons over top of sticks, not like controller style where it's offset.
Right.
Still bigger. They have, bigger grips on them and stuff, but they're also transparent. I don't know. Maybe I'll let them send them. I don't know. We'll see. What's your worst hardware of the year? You've been laughing about this one since before the podcast.
I think you might be able to take a guess, a stab in the dark, and you might nail it.
I don't know.
Listen, I've
been trying to think about it.
Remember what I said before we started the episode during our pre-show, and I was like, "Yo, I think I want to be a comedian." Remember that?
Oh my God, what is it? Yeah,
I think I'm funny, and I hope you do too. People listening at home, I think I'm funny, and it's not the first time on this podcast even that I've ripped this piece of hardware, while at the same time praising it. I'm gonna do the same thing again. The Nintendo 64 controller. I love it. I want a second one to display. It was contending for the best piece of hardware. It really, I didn't think about it. I really did. But it wins the worst hardware of the year that I have.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. This is awful. I'm so mad at you right now. Oh my God. Listen, let me tell you something right now. You weren't there. You don't know. You don't understand. It makes sense. It's fine. I knew. I knew. Oh my God.
What?
Dude.
What do you mean I wasn't there?
Makes sense. You didn't listen.
I'm 27 years old. I have nose hairs.
You played a 64.
Abby had the pull.
Did you have one?
She had the
Did you have one?
Dude, I did not. I told you I didn't own any Nintendo consoles until the Switch.
Didn't own one.
But I had a friend 3 doors down. 3 doors down. I played like every weekend with him. I played a 64. I have nostalgia for Mario Kart 64. I played that so much. Yoshi's Story.
Hey, look at that.
I played that. I played this as a kid. I did not own it. And I will. I'm not lying. At least I'm not lying to you.
What is wrong with this?
Touch that stick and tell me what is enjoyable about that experience.
Compared to this, nothing. But you have to remember, this was the first one. This is the first one.
Don't give it baby points.
Dude, it was the first one.
Don't give it baby points. Touch the stick and feel it. Feel it in your bones. Feel it on your skin. Feel it in your muscles. You don't like it. It hurts.
Like deep under my skin. Deep down here in this thumb right here. Way deep down. I still have these 3 little circles right here. They're still indented inside of my thumb. I know you.
I've
put something on
improved
there.
it. Nintendo, I know it's the first one, but what the fuck were you thinking? Put a fucking cushion. Do you sit on wood chairs with no cushions your entire life, Nintendo?
Sometimes.
Like, cushion. This improves this so much. Just me adding a little Skull and Co. little jobby there, which, by the way, doesn't ruin the aesthetic at all.
No, it doesn't.
Wonderful.
Looks
like,
the same.
Feels so good. Hey, listen to this. Grip. It doesn't just slide right off.
Dude, and slide. Look, there's 3 circles right there to keep you on. You're good.
Moving this around, it's hard and heavy. Now, it works for the games on the 64. True, they designed it that way.
Very well.
Or
very well.
Yes, I agree. Or they could have just, not made it stiff. And also, by making it, have you seen the open up teardowns of looking at the joystick inside? What a dumb way to design it. And I want to answer your question you had a second ago.
I mean,
it was the first one. What did you expect? Listen, just another fucking D-pad. I know they're trying to innovate and stuff, but another D-pad would have been better. Or also, not to mention the ridiculous design that is stupid, which I love, but it's stupid. It's stupid. It has a penis. What controller has a penis anymore?
It's like an X-wing.
It is like an X-wing.
Good.
It's like
dude, it's fine. It's fine. You just want to hate it. I mean, I think that's what it is. I think you just want to hate it. It's beautiful.
I love it.
It's
I told you I love
That's
it.
literally what it is.
I told you that I love it. Told you that I love it. But it wins. Worst hardware. It's for 2021. It's dumb.
I hate that decision.
For 2021, it is dumb. And with that being said, guys, we're going to transition into the after show.
Wait, no, not yet. One more. This is a good one. You forgot about it.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, your secret category. Can we get the secret category in the after?
You just forgot about it.
Can we talk about it in the after show? Nah, fuck it. Just talk about it.
The biggest surprise from Nintendo this year.
Oh yeah, I do have something for that. I
know you do. You just forgot about it. What was the biggest surprise?
For me?
For you personally. The biggest thing Nintendo did this year that, like, wow, I can't believe that actually happened.
So it's weird because I probably would have chose Dread because I wasn't expecting a new Metroid game. I wasn't. At least not that kind of. Everyone heard Metroid Prime 4. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean, the 2D Metroid's been talked about for years and years and years and years.
Yeah, for me, as someone who's not so deeply connected, at least didn't used to be. Now I am, but I didn't used to be. Dread was like a real shocker to me. Like, oh, wow, it's awesome. I can't wait to play it. But even though we knew a Zelda game was coming, Skyward Sword made me piss my pants. Like as soon as I heard, I was in love from the very beginning.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That was the one. That was the one game. That was really the one game that I was like, it's coming. Like, I'm not even worried about that at all. I know this game. It's time for an HD remake of this game. It's the only one left of the newer 3D games. You got Wind Waker, Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Obviously, the next one was Skyward Sword. I was pretty dead set on that. So when it happened, obviously I was very excited, but it didn't surprise me as much as I guess it did you. But I can understand. I mean, it was exciting.
Your reaction on your stream was way different than mine. You had a reaction as if you were super shocked, and I had a reaction pretty calm, I believe, on Twitch.
I was very excited. I was more excited for these though.
That was your biggest shock?
I was more excited when they were like, and here's these Joy-Con. I was like, yes.
Is that your are you saying that's your surprise?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not the biggest thing that Nintendo did this year. My biggest surprise from Nintendo this year. Are you ready?
Yes.
Because it's really not that great, but it really did surprise me. The fact that we got Bluetooth audio support this year, just out of nowhere. It just, there it is. Sorry, forgot about that.
Like some two doofuses on a podcast were saying a long time ago that it probably is already there. Just need to activate it, and then that's what they did.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, sorry. Let me."
Like every product since like 2002 has had blue. Sorry. I'm like every product since 2004 has had Bluetooth in it. Even the worst of worst products.
What's funny is like before they did that, how many times on a podcast had we talked about like, Why doesn't it have Bluetooth? Like, why
Because
does it not
but
have
it did,
Bluetooth audio
because all our
support?
controllers connected via Bluetooth.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
it did have it. They had it locked behind
it's insane.
apparently not a paywall at all, just a free wall.
Right. So whenever they like, honestly, I always just thought like, okay, there's something where it can't do it. That's why they didn't do it,
Yeah.
or they would have done it already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was always just like, it's not there because it can't be done. Something, maybe there's something old in this or that where it's just, controllers and it just won't work.
Right.
No, it's fine.
Now there is limitations to it. It doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
So there
the
is
limitations, and that's probably what they had to work around, is trying to figure out a good way to present it and it's not be complete garbage, to make sure that everything would actually work. It's just that really surprised me, honestly,
Yeah.
because just like I said, I thought it was just not a thing that was possible. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't like here's this thing. It was just like, oh yeah, it's nothing. And I was like, what? Wait, whoa, what? Everybody
Yeah.
was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? We could have just had this the whole time. You just didn't put it in there. That was my biggest surprise from Nintendo.
Not like my surprise was fun. Yours is just like, duh.
I know, but that's why I was so surprised, because I didn't think it was possible. I was like, clearly there's a reason we don't have this. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a reason. I don't know what that reason might be, but they're not doing it, and they haven't done it in years. People talk about it all the time. They still don't do it. They have third-party companies making little boxes to work around the problem.
$30 boxes.
They could have fixed the entire time. Like, when you think about it like that,
My friend, that is called capitalism.
Like, what?
We're going to sell you a bunch of dongles that are going to be useless in about 4 years because...
Well, they didn't know. These companies didn't know. It's not like Skull & Co. knew, or any of these other companies that made these things.
I mean, at least, was there any licensed Bluetooth dongles?
No.
Oh, I guess Nintendo did not make money, I guess. Okay. Fair enough.
No, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't make money. There was no licensed ones.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to... We went super long with this episode. That's cool, though. We're just going to cut and paste this into the podcast format for YouTube and everything. We're going to... So this year, starting with this episode and moving forward, I'm not doing an outro. Outros are dumb. And actually, there are some statistics that I saw on Anchor. If you use the PC on Anchor... Sorry, if you look at Anchor on the PC... It tells you some more statistics about individual episodes. And I noticed that we sucked at the beginning of our podcast journey. We had like nobody watching us, even though they would download it for a little while. And then at some point, you and I, like, we clicked. And it really, and like our viewer retention is fantastic. So thank you guys for a wonderful year. Holy crap. And I meant
seriously, thank you so much.
And I meant to say that because, we have great retention for episodes. Almost always nowadays.
Really?
Oh yeah. Retention for audio is great. The only issue is when we get to the outro. Everybody leaves because it's like, why? We hear it every week. You're right. It's axed. After show right now.
Welcome to the after show.
Man, I wanted this episode to be so different than what it ended up being. This ended up being just kind of like another one of our episodes.